Hello, hello, hello. Is anyone out there? Hey there, Gonzo. How you doing? We'll go ahead and get this started. Hey, Mikhail. How are you? All right, let's take a look. Let's see if we can say hi. This is the new Kindle Scribe, and thankfully, I was able to find the old Kindle Scribe. My wife had been using this for the last, I don't know, a year or so. And I asked her, hey, can I borrow that back? And she goes, I actually don't know where that is. And so I wasn't sure if we were going to have this for today's stream. And luckily, it turned up. And so that'll be a cool thing to check out. If you missed it yesterday, we streamed the VWoods AI paper. So if you missed that, go check it out. And then tomorrow, assuming the Supernote A5X2 comes in, we'll go ahead and stream the unboxing of that. So 3 streams in 3 days. I think that's a new high score for me, but excited to be back after a little while away. So let's talk a little bit about the Kindle Scribe, or the new Kindle Scribe as they talk about it. So hardware-wise, that is the biggest difference here, or I'm expecting that to be the biggest difference. The existing Kindle Scribe, this one, is going to be getting all of the software changes that are included in the new Kindle Scribe. So the big thing is going to be, what did they change on the exterior? What did they learn from the first iteration? And I'm curious to see, alongside you guys, what they decided to change. All right, let's switch over to, I guess, how they're talking about this. Let's see, what is the marketing for the new Kindle Scribe? So they're saying 16 gigabytes of RAM, or excuse me, 16 gigabytes of storage, which I think is the same as what this one that I have is. $399, which is a cool price point. I think a bit more affordable than, well, I think it's the same price as the Remarkable 2, but I do think you get a little bit more, at least hardware-wise, for that money. So you're getting 300 pixels per inch and a better display. I believe it's a Carta 1300 display. Software-wise, I feel like it's lacking a little bit, or at least historically has been. I've been away from this device for at least a year, so I'm curious to see how it's evolved in that time. The other cool thing is the pen is included, which is a nice change. They're kind of short and sweet about this. They really don't speak much to it. At the end of the day, it's a big Kindle that you can write on. It's definitely more of a reading first device, whereas the Remarkable is a more writing centric device. But I'm curious to see what they changed on the hardware side. The other big change they made is you can now write directly in a book. I think that's what they're going to show here, is you can write and the text of the book will flow around it, which is nice because before you could just do these sticky notes and that felt a little underwhelming from what I was expecting. All right, what else did they change? That's nothing different. They're talking about these new AI tools. I'm curious to check them out. I'm not expecting much, but we'll see. What are you guys expecting? Are we expecting this to be a big upgrade from the existing Kindle Scribe? Oh, Mikhail says he got the new update. Mikhail, what version is yours? Because as far as I know, I don't think this Kindle Scribe has gotten the update. And is there anything special you need to do to get the update? Because, let's see, what is this one running? More settings, software updates. Yeah, mine doesn't offer it, but it's also been asleep for a while. So I think this one's pretty old. I tried restarting it. That didn't seem to make a difference. Let me make sure it's connected to Wi-Fi. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it's on the Wi-Fi. I don't know what I need to do, but it hasn't offered me the new one. I'll give it one more go just to see if it'll do its thing. Let's go ahead and set this to manual focus. All right. Mikhail says he got it over the air, but you can sideload it. All right. I don't know that we're going to attempt that on this stream, but I'll check it after the fact. My understanding is the software is supposed to be exactly the same once it's updated. All right. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what is different. I was a little hesitant in ordering this because the existing Scribe is getting all the same updates, and although I applaud that as a consumer first thing, it does make it a little bit of a harder sell to upgrade. Let's see. Bezel is very different. Let's check out this pen. All right, how different is this? Aside from the tip being way overused on this one, let me see. Okay. Hitting the wrong button. There we go. So the original pen is on the left. The new pen is on the right. One is more, I mean, they're both plastic, but one has a more metallic sheen. Same size. The erasers are different. So this is the original one. It's a plasticky eraser, whereas the new one has, it's not rubbery, it just has a different texture. So it looks like rubber, but it's not rubber. It's still hard. It's not soft. You're not gonna like wear away at it, or at least it's not obvious that you would wear away at it. All right, Alex says, nice, the new Scribe, one of the few new note takers with a backlight. Yeah, that is kind of what sets the Kindle Scribe apart, is that you get a front light on it alongside a 300 pixel per inch screen. I do feel like a lot of people are following the Remarkable in going backlight-less, but it is nice to have some options that do have a front light. Sorry, if I ever say backlight, I mean front light. The e-ink screens are opaque, so you can't actually do a backlight. You wouldn't see it if it had one. All right, let's see. The price sets it apart. Is there a big difference in price? Hold on. How different is the price on this one? So $3.99 for the 16 gig. What is the original Kindle Scribe? But you can now get the old one for $3.39. So that's interesting. We'll have to see how different they are. Maybe that is worth saving for? I don't know. Let's take a look. I mean, obviously, if you already have the existing Scribe, $3.99 is a lot of money. But if you don't have one, is this one the better one to start with? Let's turn it on just to make sure there's not any updates. Yeah, I mean, the Scribe in general is a good value for the money. Software aside, I mean, they're giving you a ton of hardware for this price point. I mean, we did the V. Woods AI paper yesterday, and that was $4.99, whereas this is $3.99, and it has similar specs plus a front light. Again, the software, I think, is where you lose out a little bit on the Scribe. I mean, I remember that being my initial impression, is amazing hardware, lacking software. I think we had hoped that the original Kindle Scribe was going to give the Remarkable, the books, and the Supernote a run for their money, create competition in this space. And hardware-wise, they did, but software-wise, it really was lacking to the point where you got a lot of parity between these devices. And so the software experience is the thing that really differentiates one and makes it the one you want to use when you have the option of multiple. Let me set this up with my phone. How do we do this? Go to the Kindle app. Oh, there's a new Kindle Scribe found. Let's set it up. Link and continue. Aaliyah says, I feel like we should wait until it comes in color. Well, depends on if you need color. Right now, color comes with a lot of drawbacks. So unless you actively think you're going to use color, the black and white experience usually has better contrast, better dithering of color, and better screen density. So in other words, the image looks better for black and white on a black and white device, and then obviously you get color on color. But if you don't need the color, usually these black and white devices look a little bit better. It does look like there is an update for the Kindle. While that's updating, let's take a look at the outside and see what is different. So obviously this white bezel is different. Let's bring the original Kindle Scribe into the fold. Dimensions, they're identical. It's the same exact... Oh, no, crap. I think I just told it to turn off. That was dumb. I pushed it in with this. Anyway, what I was saying is dimensions-wise, it looks identical. I don't notice a big difference in screen feel just when you touch it. The biggest difference is they added this symmetrical border. I don't know. I guess that's what you would call that. But it's actually all the same. So here, let's turn them side by side. The new one is in the back. The old one is in the front. They are identical. They legitimately don't seem any different at all, aside from that bezel change. Still have your rubber feet. These rubber feet are great. I love these rubber feet. This power button placement is proving problematic for me, but I don't know that in the real world you would actually bump into that. All right, let's try this update again. Sorry for that. What else are you guys curious about this? Is anyone, I guess, who daily drives a Kindle Scribe, and what do you think about it? Alex is asking, by the way, you didn't get a review unit from Supernote. I did get a review unit from Supernote. It's in the mail. It's technically supposed to be here any minute now, but hasn't gotten here yet. So the plan is that we will review it tomorrow, but kind of hard to confirm that until it's physically here. All right, Mikhail says the gap between the metal frame and the glass of the screen is smaller on the new one. Perhaps. Don't know that it's super obvious. I don't know that there's a good way to show it to you. Doesn't look significantly different. Yeah, Alex, it's a lot of streams in 1 week. The V-Woods, and then the Kindle Scribe, and then this. Or excuse me, and then the Supernote. It's a lot all at once, but fun and exciting, I suppose. Yeah, here, let me grab the V-Woods. So this is what we reviewed yesterday. And it was pretty cool. The contrast on it is great to the Kindle Scribe. Looks really, really good. Kind of has that remarkable feel on the software side. Actually, they took a ton of cues from the remarkable. I don't necessarily love the screen feel. There's not any real friction. I do love the eraser on the pen. Rattles a little bit, but it's cool. It's a cool alternative to the books if you want to be able to run apps, but you want that remarkable style software. So it's interesting. It's a little pricey. It's $4.99, and the AI part of it feels a little half-baked to me, or at least I don't have a use case for it. But it's cool to have more options. So that is the V-Woods. And if you want to see more about that, there's a whole hour and a half of me giving it a go yesterday. Like we said, nothing really changed about the stylus. It's the same stylus. I'm starting to believe that there's really not much different here. I'm curious why they gave it a refresh. Doesn't feel that different. I wonder if they were able to streamline the internals in some way, because I would not call this a Kindle Scribe 2. Not that Amazon is calling it a Kindle Scribe 2, but they felt it was different enough to call it the new Kindle Scribe. But I'm not sure people who have an existing Kindle Scribe should run out and upgrade. All right, Mikhail says, I use Voya's MDO, my daily organizer, on Kindle Scribe for planning my work weeks, and I use native notebook features as a blank page when I need room to think. Yeah, it's a great use case. I think where I struggled with the Kindle Scribe, and sorry, there's a lot of glare, my apologies. Where I struggled with the Kindle Scribe is I've gotten so used to being able to scroll down to have a page be longer. And I felt like getting things on and off of it were a bit challenging. But if you don't have like complex use cases where you don't need a lot of tooling, it's a great value for the money. I mean, the Kindle Scribe is great hardware, and then it's only $3.99. I need to turn this front light down. Super bright. All right, let's not set a passcode. We're going to move the Scribe out of here a little bit. And yes, please turn the front light down. Super bright. I don't need Kindle Unlimited. I don't want any of your junk. No, thank you. God, it's so bright. Here, let's get it to a similar brightness. Looks pretty good to me. All right, let's go ahead and lock the focus. Maybe. There we go. All right, we don't need to change the warmth because the light's not really on. Does it already have my Wi-Fi? It does. This is my second Kindle, which isn't true. There's more than one Kindle in my house. Let's go in. What is the version number this is running? Five 5.17.2. And what was this one running? Five 5.17.1.0. All right, so apparently we need the 0.2. The 0.2 is important. All right, let's take it for a spin. Let's see what we think. Open. Okay, turn the page, swipe anywhere. Yeah, we've used this before. Now let's move this. Okay, we can start writing with that. I'm aware. Highlight and erase. Lasso. Pointer. Clipboard. Okay, so that's where you can get to copy and paste. Let's move this to the right side. All right, this is feeling familiar. All right, first annoyance. I want to be able to move this. Like, why can I only pick from 2 positions? Why can't I have this down here? All right, that eraser feels different. That's cool. Okay, I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but here. So, old eraser. New eraser. The new eraser feels like an actual eraser. So much so that it actually comes off on the screen a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a little bit, you can see where the eraser rubbed off across there. But obviously that will come off. That's nothing to worry about, but a little bit different. I think that's a minor improvement. Not a huge improvement, but a little difference. Let's see. Let's take the tools for a spin. This is the default pen. I can tap on it to change. So this is pen. I remember Marshy really liking the fountain pen. It's kind of a calligraphy style pen. I don't know that I would use it for anything serious, but it's fun to play with. You're only going to be able to use the marker for very large writing. That's the marker. And then I remember thinking their pencil was awesome. It's a little thick there, but here, let's thin out the pencil. Yeah, that feels good. Pencil is excellent. I don't ever really use a pencil on one of these, but theirs is a good representation. The other thing you can do is you can use this button. You can program the button to do different things. In this case, I've got mine set up for a highlighter, which, as far as I know, none of the other tablets let you do that, which is just crazy. Like, all of them should let you program the buttons because for this one, I can have a regular pen, or in this case, pencil, and then hold a button and highlight, and then erase with the eraser. Excellent. So something I will often do is when I'm sketching out app ideas, what I'll do is I will be drawing out a wireframe, and I want that header. This is not my best work, but I can go in here and I can fill in that header, and I never have to touch the tools. That's awesome. So like those can be hidden. I can go on and say, this is my header. I have my body copy here, and I can just explore what I want this to be without ever having to fool with any of the tools. Excellent. So those are all good things. Something I don't like is there's no undo. So I can't tap to undo. I can't circle it to erase it. And so that's really limiting. So I just goofed up. Now I have to try to carefully erase this without touching that edge. It's a lot more stressful than it really needs to be. I should just be able to tap with 2 fingers to undo, or I should be able to use like an AI type erase where I can circle something. Instead, I have to open the tools, I have to hit undo, and it works, but this is all avoidable. There's no need to do all of that. So this is feeling pretty familiar. This is kind of standard Kindle Scribe stuff. Still can't scroll down. Still can't 2-finger scroll. I can obviously flip to the next page. That's fine, works well. Yeah, I don't know that this has changed all that much on the writing side of things. There's not really anything new here. What does this do? What does the hand tool do? Is that a smudge? Hold on. Does anyone know what this does? I'm not really sure what that does. The selection is good. I can move this. I can resize it. I can copy it. That all feels really good. That's cool. I don't know what this hand does. All right, someone bail me out. I don't know what it does. Okay, so I can tap here to bring the clipboard back up if I want like a lot of copies of something. Oh, okay, it switches me out once I use it once. I think that's reasonable. I don't know. This might be a short stream. I don't know that there's a lot to talk about here. It's a Kindle Scribe. And if you already have one, you don't need this one. It's the same thing. It is the same thing. Yeah, I guess I could lasso and then erase. All right, let's check the highlighter. Does the highlighter overprint? No, it doesn't. This is cool. Okay, so the reason why this is cool is because if I'm drawing and I want to fill in this area and I hold the button and I highlight, I do a rough job, and then I realize, oh man, I missed this area, I can then hold the button again and fill it in, and it's not going to duplicate. It looks like it's going to duplicate, but then when you finish, it looks good. This is awesome. This is how I like it to work for UI work. I can understand why you may want it to overprint for some use cases, but for me, this is excellent. I love that. All right, Archie says the pen takes the role of the hand and you can flip pages and stuff. Ah, okay. So I can basically treat this as a finger. Okay. Cool to know. I don't know if I needed that, but it's fine. Thank you, Archie. Appreciate you. All right, so that's the notebook. All right, if you use a Kindle Scribe, it works exactly like a Kindle Scribe. Let's take a look at the toolbar. What changed? You can rename your notebook right there. You can choose a template. We'll check those out. And you can convert and export. All right. You can see an overview. Summarize or refine your notes. We'll mess with that in a second. What's in here? You can delete the page. What's in settings? Oh, this is just general settings. All right, there's not a whole lot in here. You can change what the shortcut button is. That's cool. All right, yeah, not a whole lot to talk about there. So this is how I can see all the pages in this document. These are some things that I wrote the last time I was on a Kindle Scribe, which has been a while. Let's go in and let's change the template. What are our template options? So we've got a daily planner, we've got a weekly planner, and we've got some dots. Speaking of daily and weekly planners, sorry, here's an opportunity to talk about what I've been working on for a bit. If you haven't heard about it, I've been working on Playlist for, almost a year now. It's a daily focus planner that allows you to keep track of all the important things that are going on in your life and then focus in on the one that you need to be working on at any given time. Something that I've observed with just about every planner and to-do list I've ever used is at a certain point, you've got enough going on that seeing everything that's going on at one time is debilitating. And so the idea behind Playlist is you plan your day, you plan your week, and then you go and you execute. And the easiest way to execute is by working on the one thing that you need to do at any given time. In this case, we're working on the Kindle Scribe unboxing. You can press play on it. Benefit here is you can also see how much time you thought it would take. In this case, I forgot to set how long I want it to take. And you can see how long you've spent on it. So we've been doing this for 28 minutes now. And when you're done, you can mark it as complete. If you're curious about Playlists and want to help me out, the beta is going on right now. You can go to playlist.day. I have a link down in the description and join the beta. Would love to have you and would love to hear your thoughts and feedback. All right, with that said, back to the Kindle Scribe. All right, let's check out their dotted template. Oh, no. All right, Amazon. No one wants a dot grid like this. All I can see is the dot grid. I can't actually focus on drawing. So like when I use this, sorry, I've got the hand tool still selected. I can't draw anything and someone actually pay attention to what I drew. All they can see is the dot grid. I guess unless I'm going to turn the dot grid off later, this is useless. To give you a better example, here's the dot grid on the VWoods AI paper. Like this, I mean, that was a custom template, but this is the default dot grid on the AI paper, and this is excellent. I can use the grid, I can see the grid, but I'm focusing on what I wrote, not on the dots. Please change this. All right, Mikhail says the weekly planner, daily planner templates are more useful now because the same notebook can have different templates on different pages. That's cool. Yeah. So if we go in here, can I change it from the ... or do I have to change it from, yeah, I have to change it from here. Okay, so we can go in, can hit change template. Let's check out the weekly planner. Oh, Is that how it's intended to work? Let's erase this. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, Saturday, Sunday. I see it. Okay. This can work. I guess I was expecting more based on the image that they showed. Let me see something. I guess, okay, I guess I was looking more at this one. Let's look at that one. This is cool. I like this. If you're going to go full analog, this is a cool way to plan your day. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. This I could use. This is something that could work. Again, I want to undo. Undo, undo. I guess I just kind of work fast and loose. I want my tools to be able to work fast and loose. And this instead, I have to open up the tools. I want the illusion that this is paper and that I have tools that I can work around. Yeah, this is good. All right, what other templates do we have in here? The palm rejection there is weird. So here, let's undo that. So I did the selection, I rested my hand, and my hand cancels the selection, which is not great. That is fixable. Now it's not going to do it. All right, the palm rejection wants to work now. All right, what else is in here? There's a checklist, there's music, there's storyboard. Hold on, what is monthly planner? Okay. I'm not the target audience, so I'm not really gonna complain about that, but I'm sure there's someone who would like that. So Emotive Stories says demo the AI features. We could do that. Let's do that. And Archie says, is it me or is the new Kindle Scribe screen less bright? No, I think it's fine. I don't think they changed anything. I think I just turned the brightness down. Let's see. So what are we running brightness wise? So this one's running 12 and auto brightness. And what is this one? This one's running 6. I think they're the same. I think I just turned it down. It's all the same. Yeah, no mics or speakers. You can use this with Audible, but you have to use Bluetooth. If you want something that has mics or speakers, the AI paper has speakers. All the books devices have speakers. The Remarkable does not. But yeah, books or VWoods both can do that if that's a use case for you. I don't know that the Supernote does. You got me questioning myself. Hold on. Do I have an app on the Supernote that can make noise? Let me see. Do I have an audiobook? Do I have any audiobooks on my Kindle library? Oh, this one's an audiobook. Will it play? Thinks it's playing. I don't think there are any speakers on the Supernote. Yeah. No speakers on the Supernote that I'm aware of. Okay. AI features. Okay. 12x minus 4 equals 32. Not enough content. Please select more than 25 words. All right. Thoughts on the Kindle Scribe, the new Kindle Scribe. Great hardware. My handwriting is letting me down at the moment. Software is still limited. Hardware is largely the same. Great price point. No need to upgrade if you have the existing model. What else is different? So Mitchie asks, is it just me or does the new one look more yellow? That might be the warming light. Hold on. Nah, they're the same. I'm not convinced that they really changed much of anything. Like they changed the bezel. That is all. That's the only thing that's different. Everything else is the same. Like even the logo on the back. It's all the same. I think calling this the new Kindle Scribe is a bit generous. Maybe the new for you Kindle Scribe, but it's the same stuff. Yeah, and they gave the same updates to both. All right. Anything else? Emotive, it's coming. The AI is coming. I'm giving it content to AI. Mitchie says the active canvas feature. Yes, that I think is going to be cool, but you get that on both of them. All right, what else? No undo redo gesture. The stylus button is awesome. (300 pixels per inch) is also awesome. I am starting to dislike this, how thick this pen is. The palm rejection is awful. That's better. Although it's very fine liner-y. Let's go marker and then go ultra thin. What else is there to say? Okay, the new eraser is good. Oh, it's too thick. There's no way to make it thinner. Yeah, I don't love the way their pen looks. Other thoughts on it? It's built like a tank. Oh, I went too far. Yeah. All right, that is the Kindle Scribe. Let's see what the AI does with this. So someone said I needed to convert the text first. Is that true? Shouldn't I just be able to go straight to AI? I feel like I should be able to. Summarize. I actually really like this font they chose for this. Can I like edit this text? Okay, you can set a font. You can set a font size. No. No. They chose the right font. This font's cool. I'm gonna add that to my notebook. Can I do anything with it? Like, what happens if I share this? Can I share it as text? Convert to text and quick send. Okay, we'll check that out. Couple minutes. Quick send. All right, what are the other AI options? Refine writing. What does that do? All right. It's pretty good. I like that. So I think what that's doing is it's converting to text and then it's cleaning up grammatical issues, because I'm sure I didn't do a great job with grammar. This is cool. This is useful. I like this. Let's compare the two pages. Did it not get added? Oh, there's like a page in between. Why? I'm sure I did that and just didn't realize it. Oh, this selection to hold to remove pages is nice. That's new. They've cleaned that up. That feels like an improvement. Okay, so let's get out of here. So this was the summarization. Feels pretty good. But they did take some liberties. They cleaned up, they made them more full sentences instead of just bullets. Whereas this is more accurate to what I wrote. This is cool. I like this. All right, let's take a look at what this looks like in my email. All right, so in my email, we've got two things. We've got a text file. Okay, it downloaded that. We'll take a look at that in a second. And then a PDF. I assume that's going to open as well. Okay, so let me open both of those. Bear with me for a second. Okay, so the PDF just opened up in there. Here's my text. Can you guys see that? Now you can, or you will be able to. Okay, so text here is useful. This is great. You can copy paste out of this. This is helpful. I don't necessarily need the page number, but I understand why someone might. That's lovely. Okay, back to my email. Oh, hold on. You guys may not have been able to see that. Sorry. Can you see it now? This was the text I was referring to. Yeah, this is good. All right, back to the PDF. I think I'm running dark mode, which is why this is colored like this. But otherwise, this is fine. Yeah, I don't see any issues with that. It's easy to get the files off. Feels good. No complaints there. All right, let's take a look at the active canvas. Emotive says it can make charts. If you rough out a chart, it'll clean it up. Okay, when you say it can make charts, what do you mean? Like I can draw a graph, or like I can write a table? So here, let's get a template of some kind, because I need some lines. I want dots, but their dots are bad. Let's go medium rule. Okay, so if you write a table, okay. So, okay. So if we go in here and we say remarkable is, I think, $3.99. Hardware is, nowadays it's a 7 out of 10, and the software is an 8 out of 10. Sorry, palm rejections still coming in crazy. Let's say the books. Let's go with the Go 10.3, because that's my personal favorite. I think that one's $369. Don't quote me on that. The hardware on that one's probably a 9, and the software is probably I'm going to catch some flack for this. The software is a 6. And then Scribe, the Kindle Scribe, that is. It's $3.99. Hardware is a 9.5. It's about as good as it gets. And the software is the quality of what they have is decent. It's just very lacking. I'm going to give it a 5. We've got the Supernote. I think the new one is $449-ish. Check behind me on that. I don't remember the exact price point. The heart, and this is for the A5X2. I haven't gotten to use it yet, so this is guesswork. But based on their previous stuff, it's probably an 8. And the software is like a 9. Software is excellent. And then just to round this out, let's do V. Wood's AI paper. God, there's no way it's going to be able to read that. And that is $4.99. The hardware on that's pretty good. We're going to give it an 8. And the software is probably a 7. All right, let's see if it can do something useful with this. So do we want summarize or refine writing? I guess this would be refine writing. This loading screen's pretty fun. This is cool. I like the way they did that. Because it takes a minute. They have to hide the fact that it takes a minute. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I was not expecting that. Like, that is kind of shareable. It looks better than what I wrote. Like that I would feel a little awkward about sharing. Looks pretty good. Can I edit the text? I assume not. When I export it, is there anything I can convert to text? What does that do? All right, I'm gonna check my email. Hold tight. All right, I just got the email. I'm gonna pull it up. This is not gonna be good. Yeah, it kind of butchered it. It's not exactly a table you can use, but again, that was far-fetched. I was going a little hard on it there. Overall, exporting that table as an image is plenty good. I don't have any issue with that. I think that's pretty cool. D asks, does it have software where if you try to make a shape, it cleans it up? No, it does not. So if I were to go in, I can't draw a straight line and hold. It doesn't do that. I can't draw a star and hold, or a circle, or a square. Can't do any of that. D, if you want to be able to do that, the Remarkable does it, the Books does it, the V. Wood's AI paper does it. I don't think the Supernote does. Hold on. We can test this. Hold on, we have to get out of the Kindle app. So let me see. Okay, so if I hold 2 fingers and do a circle. Okay, so I'm going to draw a straight line and hold. No. They do a star, but the star has a meaning. It actually is like a bookmark. But nothing for a circle or a square. Yeah. So you can hold 2 fingers on the edge to do an erase, which is kind of cool. Or you can swipe down, or excuse me, swipe up to undo, or swipe down to redo. Or you can just hold 2 fingers more generally to make a selection, and you can move things around. So this is what I was getting at when I was talking about being able to move quickly and have the software handle it, so I don't need to have the tools. So like I can make a quick selection, move this. I never have to go into the menus ever. Like this is awesome. Although I need a way to get rid of that. I guess I have to tap. But you learn this really quickly, and then you can move around really nicely. So that's what I'd like to see from the Kindle Scribe, is take it more seriously as a tool. It's a very casual experience at the moment. It's definitely a reader that you can write on occasion, but is not something that you would do a lot of serious work. Okay, Archie says, what if you AI refine shapes? I don't know. Let's try it. So here, let's do this. Let's cut these to their own page, put them on their own page. We're going to paste them. We'll move them. And then let's AI refine and see what happens. Empty pages detected. No, it doesn't like it. It needs words. It seems like it's hyper optimized for words. It's not really detecting imagery per se. All right, let's go take out words. Let's go check out the active canvas feature, because that is the thing that I'm personally most interested in. So let's open a book that I've been reading. It's about how people want to be nice to you and will lie to you to make you feel better. But when building products, that's not a good thing. You want people to just be honest, even if it hurts your feelings. So if you don't like playlists, let me know in the chat, but let me know why. Don't just be mean. Tell me why you don't like it. Okay, some new tools here. Okay, so I can write, highlight. I've got all the same tools, and then I've got the active canvas. So if I just write here, okay, it automatically active canvases. Hold on, what? Tap and drag on text to insert canvas. Okay, so let's highlight. So I think the way I would use this is I would highlight some text and then I would write something about it. So let's highlight these things. Oh, went too far. I'm programmed to be able to undo that, and I can't. I'll erase that. Can't erase annotations on book text. Well, how do I get rid of them? I gotta tap it? Okay. That's fine. It's a little fussy. Fussy. That's better. I don't know why I'd use the pen. All right, so I can add a note. I mean, that's how I would typically do this, but let's just write something. Oh, I'm in eraser mode. This is a thought that I had about this passage. This is cool. This is what I wanted the original Scribe to be able to do, and what I kind of expected the original Scribe to be able to do, and then it couldn't. This is awesome. I mean, the text looks crap. Like it makes my handwriting look terrible. But the fact that I can do this is great. Now, I probably shouldn't point to a word. Like I don't think there's any guarantee that it's going to be right there on other documents, like on other devices in different form factors. But it's cool that I can do this. And I can resize this. What happens if I make it smaller? Oh, cool, it crops. This is sweet. Well done. This is a huge improvement. Oh, and you can make it take the full width? Yeah, this is great. Well done. Well done, Kindle. This is awesome. Active Canvas gets a thumbs up. Yeah, I think that's kind of the Kindle Scribe. What do you guys think about it? Is this any different? I don't want to taint you guys too much, but this is like the Kindle Scribe 1.1 for me. Like the software enhancements are great. You can get those on your existing Kindle Scribe. Unless you have to have the latest version of something, save the $60 and get last year's model, or I guess it's technically like a year and a half, 2 years ago. But yeah, it's more of the same. And so if you like your Kindle Scribe, keep using your Kindle Scribe, but you don't need to buy the new one. Now, if you don't have a Kindle Scribe and you've been considering one, yeah, I mean, if you want a reader that kind of writes, this is that. If you want a true writing device, there are better options in the market. So I think that's probably a good place to end this one. We're going to have the Supernote A5X2 unboxing tomorrow. I know it's crazy. We're doing 3 of these things in a matter of days. But that's just kind of how it happened. They kind of all came at once. So thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for collaborating. If you want to support me, please check out Playlist. Should have it available to launch in the coming months. It's actively in beta. I see Melissa out in the crowd, and she's actively helping me with it. Really appreciate it. Go to playlist.day to check that out. And until next time, cheers.